The Presidio 2 grip case from Speck is one of my favorite cases. I have always loved this case. I love the grip of the case. The case feels great in the hand and provides a ton of protection for the phone. I have purchased this case for pretty much every phone that I've owned since the Presidio 2 grip came out. And prior to that, I was purchasing the earlier model that had the raised grip. Even though those would peel off after some time, I still just absolutely loved it. And so the Speck case is great. It has a notch here that aligns with their different accessories, such as their MagSafe wallets and all of that stuff that they have that attaches to the back. Now, they decided to do something a little bit new this year, which is transition the camera module, the raised area for the camera module down with a little bit of a slope. And as you can see here, there's a little bit of unprotected camera module around this edge. It's not going to cause a problem. It's just something that I noticed, and I'm actually not mad about it because there doesn't need to be any sort of raised edge right here. Really, you don't even need it on all angles. And they decided, let's just not do that. Let's taper that down and give a nice flush edge around the bottom, which I think is actually a great design choice. And it just looks really good. Speck always has their minimal branding as well. The buttons are always responsive on all of their cases. And one of the things that I absolutely love about their case is how you get the case off. There's like this area here in the corner that as you press, it just spreads, and it makes it really easy to slip the case on and off, but then also for the case to be secure on the phone. I love that. I love the plastic on the corners. It provides a little bit of extra protection, but mostly this case just has always been a case that just feels great to hold. Lots of grip. And so I don't feel like I'm ever going to launch my phone as I'm moving my phone around or as I'm holding it and taking photos and all of that stuff. Actually, like thinking about photos, let's launch that camera control button because as you can see, we've got a pretty big notch here in the case. I want to see how well this is going to work. Now, as I place my finger on the camera control button, without putting much pressure down, I'm not getting anything. As you can see, it's not doing anything. I have to really kind of press my finger down in there in order to zoom. And if I press too hard, then I'm going to take a picture. So you have to find kind of that happy medium of it recognizing your fingers there so that you can do the zoom function or whatever other camera control function that you're going to use, because you can obviously use a lot of different features there, but it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. And if I'm holding my phone and taking photos and wanting to use the zoom feature, I'm really going to have to think about the placement of my finger. Now, once I recognize where that is, it works really well. No problems there at all, but it's definitely not going to be as easy as if you didn't have a case on there at all. But that's pretty much the situation with any case that you put on your phone, is that something is going to be impeded a little bit, but you're adding protection to your phone. I think Speck did a great job with just little subtle changes this year with the protection around the camera module here. Overall, just a beautifully designed case, very simple, very grippy. I have to say this is probably going to be the case that's on my phone just simply because it's such a nice case. And camera control works. You just have to spend a little bit of time getting used to it. It's also a MagSafe compatible case, got really strong magnets in it, and wireless charging is going to work well also.